Hello, welcome. I haven't done this for a while, so I'm back. Welcome to this video. I was just really called to do this for how to access your intuition in various ways, because I do this. And I don't just meditate, so I will not even really be talking about that, because so many people say, to really meditate and sit there. And I think that puts a lot of people off. Because you may have tried, like me, many times to sit there and wait for divine knowledge, divine stuff to drop in, right? The downloads, as people say. But that's not really how it happens for me. And so I wanted to put this out there because I really think it's important that there are other ways you can do this. And when you start this, you will see, oh, wow, this is really cool. So maybe you're someone like me who finds it harder to sit and meditate, and because I literally can be there, I can clear my mind and I'll just be silent. It'll just be silent. So maybe you're like me. Okay, let's get going because I have some great things for you. I'm going to just open up my Facebook. It's great things for you. And hopefully this will help some of you. That's for sure. Let me know that you're watching. Make sure to say hello and let's get started. Okay, I have a little list here. Now, the way I first started was, I don't even know how many years ago, was doing like angel cards. Now, Doreen Virtue used to do a lot of angel cards, which now we know she's totally Christian and doesn't do any cards at all. But I still have a lot of her cards. And they were just messages like from your angels, and they had really positive messages. And so you may see, like this is just a deck right here. A deck, one of these, right? So there's many, many, many decks out now that you can buy that are not even religious, that are not tarot, that are not anything to do with that. If you're somebody who wants to start really kind of generic, right? Then you can start with that. But what it is that it's also having the belief, right? Like, so I would really believe in this. I believe, like, I know that I'm guided and led. I know that I have guardian angels. I can talk to God, source, universe. But I couldn't really figure out how, right? So I'm like, okay, I know that there is a higher power out there. I know that that higher power wants to speak to us and can speak to us and does all the time and sends us signals and sends us messages. But it was just kind of like me finding a way that really worked for me and something I could do every morning that I really enjoyed doing. And so I would find, get the angel cards. And here's a deck. This is an oracle deck. So I started with angel cards years ago, and then they brought out what's called oracle decks, which isn't to do anything with angels, really. And Claudette Barron Reed, this is so falling apart, had this 7 energies deck. And so this was one of them that I bought. And what you do is it has the cards, and you shuffle them, and then there's guides that'll tell you what for certain readings. But how I like to do it is I like to do, what's the main message for me that I need to hear today? What's the main message? Oh, I just spilled them all over. We're not going to go there. So you just shuffle them, and then I just kind of do this and find it and pull a card. What's the main message I need to hear today? And then one card might stick out or fall on the floor or whatever. 1 to 2 cards. And I pick it up, right? And this one, beautiful images. And they often have beautiful images and beautiful messages that really make you feel good, right? We want to feel good. And so when you do oracle cards or angel cards or any type of manifestation cards or tarot cards or something, they have messages that actually can help you and make you feel good. So it's a way to focus on something positive and maybe get your mind focused on something that you may not have on its own. Because often we wake up in the morning and we're right away going to our to-do list, what we're stressed about, what we're worried about, what we're fearful about. You don't want to do that. We want to be in command. We want to be in control of how we create and design our life. And so therefore, by us choosing and being intentional about our thoughts, our words, how we desire our life to be, how we desire our day to be, that's what's really important. So this card is Sacred Reverence, and it is number 47. So in the book, you would just go to card number 47 and then read that. And it's like, you have this belief. It's like, this is a message I need to hear today. This is a message I need to hear today. And here it has key concepts. So you can even just read the highlights, the key concepts of the card, right? Which is awe for the truth that spirit is everywhere, inspiration coming through you as a result of reverence, joyful living, exploring possibilities with curiosity, spiritual passion, manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. Then the message, looking out at the world, do you see all the life or only limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you see just a plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you see just an animal? And it talks about reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect and awe. And it goes on, right? So it's just a way of connecting us to something deeper and more meaningful than we often usually think about when we're going about our day. And it opens your mind, it opens your heart, and I believe it opens up possibilities and opportunities for us because it can take us on a positive train of thought, get into positive intentions, and start your day from a loving perspective, So I still do start my day with cards. And another deck I love is, now I got into tarot cards just a couple years ago. And after like literally from years and years and years of doing oracle cards, because I never quite understood tarot cards. I know there's some people who are religious who do not agree with them. And that's up to you. And of course, pick any card deck you agree with, right? That is going to resonate with you. And that's the most important thing. It's not about doing something that I do or doing something that someone else tells you to do to access your intuition. You get to find what works for you. That's why I'm talking about these various methods. So the Light Seers deck is different than a regular tarot deck. It has positive, has beautiful images. It also has little affirmations to read that are in the positive. And then it has a message and stuff. And so what you do is you're like, how does this relate to me? You may read it and go, oh, okay, that's a message. But you need to think deeper, right? Okay, I see parts of this could mean this in my life. Oh, okay, maybe that means this in my life because of my life perspective. This is what I'm going through. So when I read this card, relate it to you, right? See how you feel reading it. See what thoughts come up when you're reading it. See all those things. And you can always find and relate it to you. And the better you get at this, the longer you do it, the more the cards will seem to be 100% exactly what you need to hear that day. That's the way it's gotten for me now. I seriously will pull cards every single day and they tell me exactly what I need to hear. No ifs or ands. I've been doing this for years, but like literally exactly what I want to hear, what I need to hear. Down, like everything. And the latest deck I have now is this, the Akashic Tarot. Beautiful images, but something different works for everyone. So one way is to pull cards, and I highly recommend you starting that anyways, because what beautiful messages to start your day, right? Start your day in a positive note. Start your day coming from the heart. Start your day thinking about things that you may not even believe are possible, but that are, and really start your day knowing that you are spirit, you are a soul, beautiful soul in this body, and that there's always support from God, source, and universe for you, always. And another way I access my intuition is through a pendulum. And I started this years and years ago. So you can have a necklace, let's say, that has a chain and something on the end of it. And you start out with the pendulum. You can buy pendulums. This is what they look like. And they're not that expensive. And they usually have a precious stone on the end. And the way you start out, so it tells you how to cleanse a pendulum for you. So it tells you how you can do that. Google it, how to cleanse my pendulum when you first buy it. And then your pendulum is going to swing according to who you are. So mine turns left, counterclockwise for yes, and clockwise for no. But everybody's different because some people's goes forward, backward for yes, sideways for no. So this is how you figure it out. My name is Diana. So I'd hold the pendulum nice and still. Usually I hold it at my heart height. relax. Then I go, my name is Diana. My name is Diana. And I just focus on that. My name is Diana. There goes my pendulum. That's the direction that means yes for me. And then the opposite. So I would say, my name is Josh. My name is Josh. You see, it's turning the other direction. And you see my hand is remaining very still. Now, I've had this pendulum for years. I've worked with it for years. It is mine. It knows me. It's connected to me. Right? And a maybe for me is this way or even sideways. That means, I don't know. It's not determined. Now, a pendulum can't tell you your future. But what it can tell you is the truth within you. So let's say if you can't make a decision and you're like, I take this literally if there's a shoe store and there's 2 pairs of shoes and I'm like, I love them both. Which one should I buy? Seriously. Any decision you're like, I don't know. So you're second guessing yourself. Now the pendulum's going to answer yes or no. Remember that. Doesn't give you an answer like, oh yeah, make this choice. No. You're like, should I do this? Yeah. Make this choice. Then you test it. It's going to say yes or no. And then you can say, should I make this choice? Test it. It's going to say yes or no. And the thing with that is you can determine. So if you are really wanting something to go in a specific way and you're saying in your head, yes, 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 it's going to pick yes. So you have to watch with the pendulum. You have to come back to center, a very neutral position, right? So I ask a question and I'm like, would it be a good thing for me to move to the Okanagan, which is where I want to move? Do I really want to move? So you can ask, like, if you're unsure, say, okay, do I really want to move, make this change? Do I really want to move to the Okanagan? And then you can open up your eyes and look other places if you don't want to influence it. And you just sit and you're just looking around or just closing your eyes and breathing. And it's gone to yes. Because that's my true desire. I know that. I can feel that. But if you're uncertain, you can use your pendulum. You can also stand up. You can test a supplement. So I can test, is this supplement good for me? Or a food. You can test food allergies. Is this food good for me? You can have the pendulum and I put the food in my hand. And I'll be, is this food good for me? And I'll see if the pendulum will turn to my yes or to my no. You can test vitamins. Is this a vitamin I need with your pendulum? You can also do a standing pendulum, and you can Google that, standing pendulum, which is yourself. You're going to stand solid, feet planted on the ground. You can hold a supplement or a food. Ask, is this healthy for me? And if you go forward, you can test it yes or no. Is yes my forward? Is no my backwards? Usually forward is yes, backwards is no. Okay? So then you'll feel your body, just relax, and you'll feel your body naturally flow forward if it's a yes, and naturally go backwards, which is moving away from something, which means no. Very cool. Muscle testing. Muscle testing is a bit difficult because we can really force things. So I can say, would I love to move to Kelowna? That's my yes. It doesn't break easily. Do I want to move back to Edmonton? Oh, that's a no right away. When it breaks for me, that's a no. It's like, no, right? So muscle testing, which is part of kinesiology. Lots and lots of practitioners use it for various other things, food allergies, and a whole bunch of things like that too. So you can also Google and look for more YouTube videos on muscle testing. Fantastic way to tune into your true knowing from within. And another one is journaling. And so journaling, not in the way that you normal journal, to find out your intuition. Journaling, I don't know if anybody's commenting. I can't see your comments, but if you're commenting, please continue to do so, and I will look at the comments after this video. I'm on Facebook, and I will also be putting this up on YouTube. And my YouTube is Diana Marchand. And note that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do YouTube videos with morning practice. I have a morning thing that's there first thing in the morning for you with a positive message. I pull a card, and I also pull something from a book, and we discuss a topic to start your day in a positive way, setting intentions and really coming from your heart and living a life of love. Okay. But journaling in a way that is like this. Scripting, it's called. Writing out, you can also do this, writing out the thing you desire. I'm so grateful. I love my camper van. I love all the places I get to explore in my, that's what, because I want a camper van, in my camper van. I'm so excited to spend time on my camper van this week, summer. I'm so excited to go see people and family. I'm so excited to visit some of the islands around here. I just love my camper van. I'm so grateful I have my camper van. That is scripting. You're scripting out a life you love, and you're visualizing it, you're feeling it, you're imagining it, and that's it. But another way to access your intuition is to ask a question and then to start writing without thinking. Just start writing, and whatever comes up, it's called like free writing. Whatever comes up is meant to come up. You're allowing your inner self to talk to you that may not otherwise have a voice. So it's like, it's harder to do. I shouldn't say that, but it is different to get used to. And sometimes it may take a while before it actually flows. You don't wait for things to come into your head and write. You just start writing. I start writing. When I start writing, I'm so grateful for this day. Thank you for this amazing day. And then I think of what I want to ask, and then I start writing. And just start writing, even if it doesn't make sense. Even if it's like a sentence of, oh, thank you for your guidance. I'm so happy that you're telling me this. And then just start writing, because you just want to continue to write. Some people call it free writing. It was made, there's also something in The Artist's Way, a book called The Artist's Way, where you're just allowing yourself to write whatever comes to your mind, whatever needs to come out. That's a good way to do. That's a good way to see what's really down there that I'm suppressing, that I'm not talking, that I'm not focusing on, that I keep pushing down within myself. That can be really powerful, because things can come up that you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Wow, because you're allowing it. You're allowing your soul to have a voice. You're allowing your inner and your higher self to speak to you with no judgment, and not trying to fix anything or figure out anything, just allowing it to speak. And another way is to access intuitive thoughts or intuition or messages is a book that is not a fiction book. This one is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. So you can do a book like The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, anything that has, a self-help book, or that has exercises or things to do, like here's something to write out, or journal prompts or anything like that. And you just pick a page and open it. And then you're going to look at what that page says. Where do your eyes fall first? Mine are all highlighted, so that's easy. It says your subconscious mind will accept your blueprint. If you were building a new house for yourself and your family, you would take an intense interest in the blueprint for your home. You would want to make sure that the builders followed your blueprint in the last detail. You would keep watch over the materials they use, knowing that the future life of your home depends on the quality and materials used anyways. All your experiences and everything that enters into your life depend upon the nature of the mental building blocks that you use in the construction of your mental home. Your thoughts, your words, your beliefs, your actions, and all of that, right? So you're going to see, when you're building something you desire or wanting to work towards something you desire, you're focusing on the way you want it to be. You're focusing on the way you want it to look. You're focusing on the way you want it to feel. That's what it means in this sentence, right? So it's like, oh, wow, I really needed to hear that today. That is such a good message for me. It's like pulling cards. Okay, it's also like pulling cards. So just opening up a book and reading the message and knowing that that message is meant for you today. And another way of accessing your intuition is a little different, but talking with a friend and basically allowing yourself to just, instead of just writing, you know, like writing things that come to your mind, if somebody can't seem to do that, you might notice that when you talk to a friend, when you really allow yourself to just mention things like all over the place. Well, this is kind of coming up, and then I think this, and then I kind of think this, and then I was thinking about this, and then, oh my God, this. You continue doing that. And again, it's giving your inner voice a place to speak, your soul a place to speak, because you're not expecting yourself to make sense. You're not expecting yourself to come up with an answer. You're not expecting yourself to say only nice things or good things. You can even say, I'm so mad at this. Like, I freaking hate this. Like, this is so stupid. I mean, why do I keep doing it? Oh my God. Like, you can allow that, right? It's like voicing it. And you can do this by yourself too. Just voicing it, giving yourself a voice and allowing to whatever spew out. But don't stop and judge it. Allow it to come out and know that it wants to come out, that it has a message for you, that it has something that needs to be said. And you will feel sometimes the emotions of it, or sometimes you won't feel the emotions. It'll be very much like matter of fact, like this needs to come out and this is what it is, right? So there's various ways. And the best thing is to not judge. And that's the thing, is not judge. Be more objective and see and kind of understand. So it's like I sometimes separate myself. The higher self, me, who doesn't judge, who is here to kind of observe, to understand, right? Or to guide. And the me that's living this human life that's full of these limiting beliefs and these traumas and these emotions and crazy things, programming and conditioning about the way things should be and what I should say and what I shouldn't say, right? That is a mixture of junk. It's very hard for us to really know what is the true voice coming from within when we're in all of that. So I like to separate and know the higher self, me, the true God source self, doesn't judge. It's just here to observe and listen. Wow, yes, I get it. Yeah. Like, oh, tell me more. What else is there? What else do you have to say? And that's what you can write or say to yourself. What else? What else is behind there? What else do you have to say? What other emotions are you feeling? What other feelings are you feeling? How does your body feel? And this is the next thing, which is the very last thing that I have ever tried, because I never used to pay much attention to this, is the sensations in my body. Our body talks to us through symptoms and sensations. And I've known the symptoms, but sensations like a tightening around the heart center, a pressure in the solar plexus, heaviness in the gut, things like that, a headache, aching in the shoulder, pain in my hand, right? And so the body's always speaking to us. And so when you're more aware, if you're going through something, an emotional state of being that doesn't feel good, it's like tune into your body. Notice what thoughts come up. Where do you feel that in your body? Is it like in the heart? Does the heart feel constricted, tight, heavy, like something's pressing on it? Does my head feel like there's a lot of pressure, like there's something pressing deeply on my, and it may be, it's very subtle often, right? And it takes you a while to scan your body and feel the sensations. Then you go into, how does that really feel? What's the sensation? Where else is that sensation? Do I feel it? Right? All of these, it's somatic practices. And just being aware of that, because emotions, feelings give us body sensations, and we don't want them to sit in that spot. We want to breathe through them and move them. So when we feel that, let's say if I feel a tightness in my heart, I'm going to breathe into it. Imagine myself breathing in through the heart, bringing in beautiful love and light into my heart, exhaling, allowing anything that needs to leave, right? Frustration, heartache, cry it out. Let the emotions flow. Let the feelings flow. Breathe into it. sense everything that's feeling there, and then feel it move, feel it get stronger, feel it get lighter, feel that feeling sensation move down into my gut area. Maybe now it's not in my heart, it's in my gut. Now how does it feel in my gut? That's right. That's another way to access this part of you that we usually don't. And the more connection you have to the body, the more awareness you have, and the more you move the energy, right? You want to feel the energy, release it through your body, move it, feel it, sense it, move it, heal it. You need to feel it to heal it. That's where that came from. That's where that came from. Because if we ignore all of these things, the messages and the discomfort get louder and louder and louder. And that's why some people end up sick. And that's why some people end up with a heart attack. And that's why some people end up breaking their leg. Because it's like, you weren't listening to me. That's why some people end up losing their job. Because they didn't, they kept saying, I hate this job. I hate this job. I want out. I want out. I want out. I can't stand this. Why am I doing this anymore? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right? Then their job gets taken away. Because it's like, you told me, God, source, universe is like, I did this for you. Hello. Because we didn't make the move ourselves. So when you can begin to trust better your inner voice, your inner knowing, and take action on that and from that, that's when magic happens. Because then it's like, I'm choosing this because I know it is the right thing for me. I'm choosing to make this change because I know I'm being guided. I know my soul and my heart want that. So it must be meant for me, and it is the best thing for me. Okay, I hope this helped you. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, like or subscribe, and feel free to share this video. Same with you on Facebook. I would love that if you know someone else who's interested. And you can also find me on Instagram. Like one more, Diana Marchand 50. But I would love to hear your thoughts. If you have any questions, let me know. And I am also going to be doing a 21-day or 30-day program, probably 21-day, that's going to help you with all of this. Because this has helped my life so much. And I know that the different times that we're in, kind of the crazy times we're in now, that it really helps to feel more centered, being able to trust yourself more, tuning back into us, and getting away from tuning into the outside world so much, right? Because we want to focus on what we can control and how we desire to live our lives, and not worry so much about the things we seemingly not control, which is the outside world, because that's just full of, often fear, and gets us into our worry and stress states that we don't want to be living in. Okay, so much love to you. Have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this. Bye.